Hello YouTubers, how are you doing? What a lovely day it is. But you wouldn't be surprised if I told you it was absolutely chucking it down this morning. Been down here today with my mate Steve, who has sorted me out with some funky raised beds. And I'll flip the camera around and I'll show you what they are. So Steve, he runs Shropshire oil-fired services, and he's a heating engineer, and he gets these tanks, really big thick plastic tanks that they keep oil in for heating. So we've laid down some tarp, we've chainsawed them, we've collected pretty much all of the little plastic bits which I can dispose of in a bin bag and take away. He's flushed out the tanks for me. I've just got to give him a bit of a scrub. But other than that, these are perfect raised beds. Look at these beauties, look at them. So here they are. They're recycled raised beds. How cool are they? I know that one's got the ribbon in, but obviously I've still got 3 big areas there to plant in, and obviously a shallow area that will be good for lettuce and stuff. Those ones are epic. They're going to be perfect for carrots and parsnips and everything else. Dead chuffed with them, dead chuffed. Big thank you to Steve at Shropshire Oil-Fired Services. So if you've got oil-fired heating in Shropshire, look him up. Right folks, job done for the day. Speak soon. You enjoying your pumpkin chickens? It's nice of them, isn't it? One of the plot holders has given them a pumpkin. So the plan today is to get my sweet corn in the ground, because look at it, it's awesome. So I've been to the garden centre and I picked up some buckets of chicken manure pellets to get the ground all good and ready, and to get these bad boys in. So there they are, all planted in. Just so you know, sweet corn need to be grown in blocks. They can't be grown in rows because they're pollinated by the wind and not by insects. So they need a breeze to circulate round them and transfer pollen from one plant to the other. So you grow them in a block, and that way you increase your chances of pollination, because no matter where the wind comes from, whichever angle, it should blow pollen from one side to the other. Whereas if you grew them in rows, just one dead straight row and nothing else either side, you couldn't guarantee that the wind wouldn't come that way and blow the pollen over there where there would be no sweet corn. So grow your sweet corn in blocks. Hi there, some people might know, I've talked about this before, that every year I pick a weed pile somewhere. I pile up all my weeds in that one particular place, and the following year that's where I grow my pumpkin or my squashes and things like that, things that want lots and lots of nutrients. You can also throw in some horse manure and everything like that. So the last year or so, this area here, you probably recognised it, has been my weed pile. Everything out the greenhouse, the tomato plants, the old chilli plants, the spent compost, horse poo, weeds, docks, nettles, everything that I've just chopped up has gone there, and there's been a bit of bark, a bit of everything else. Sadly, the raised bed needs repairing, so I've taken that out for now. But here we go, we've got a good, I don't know, 10 inches of really rich compost. I've chucked in a load of chicken manure pellets, blood meal and bone for good measure, and that is where some squash will go. Undecided which one I'm going to put there yet. I'm thinking an Atlantic giant and possibly another littler one, and hopefully I can teach the little pumpkin to go off that way and the Atlantic giant can come down this way. Whether it will work like that, I don't know. But here we go, just to show you, this is just a weed pile. It's just nothing more than piling up weeds for a year, topping it off with newspaper, basically making an outdoor compost heap. Look at the life in there. There's wood lice, there's centipedes, there's worms, there's loads of stuff. And this is all weeds that people would have just thrown in a skip but I don't. Make a weed pile, people. There's the weed pile for next year. As you can see, it's got a log, it's got everything. And all the big sticks and brambles and this, that and the other, once all the greenage, once all the foliage has died off, you can take those out, you can burn them, you can make potash with them, you can do anything you want. You can even put them in your raised beds at the bottom, where they can spend the next 2-3 years rotting down. But all that nutrients from all that all that carbon, all that nitrogen will go into the soil there over the course of 12 months. And that will be a really, really, really rich place to grow pumpkins. Hi folks, how you doing? So I've been down the allotment today. It's a lovely day, really, really nice. I think it said it was going to be about 17 degrees, but it's definitely warmer than that. It must be pushing 20. So I've got a few things in the ground, but I'll flip the camera around and I'll show you what I've done. So sweet corn is in and watered, and I've got a little video of how I did that. The same here. This was the weed bed, if you remember, all the weeds that have been piled up. Sadly, the raised bed is broken. I need to screw it back together, but for the time being it'll do like that. And I popped some pumpkins in. Onions and garlic still doing good. Tomatoes are doing okay. It should be a bit better by now, but I'm hoping it's because I transplanted them and the weather we've had being warm cold, they've just stunted slightly, but they'll pick up. I have got some flowers on the one in the corner over there. Cucumbers are doing awesome, as you can see, so I'm quite happy with that. Hello girlies, how you doing? Potatoes are coming on. Now I'm trying to keep my camera slow because apparently I rush it, and I know I do it. There's a few people that have said, so let's keep it nice and steady. These are the spare kale plants, and I've just clumped them in together in sections, and the idea behind that is that I didn't really want to waste them. If I can grow them, I don't know, yay high, it's a few days chicken feed really. If they last longer than that, then even better. So we'll see how it goes really. There's probably, well in some cases, there's probably 7 or 8 kale plants in that clump. I planted out the good ones, but we'll see how that goes. This here is grass seed, which I plan on growing my own turf to go into this coop here, and then cover it slightly with some of this mesh to stop the chickens from scratching at it, but to let the grass grow so they can help themselves and eat it as it grows. That's the plan. Whether it works or not, I don't know. I was given some celery and some leeks by a plot holder the other day. Chuffed about that. So they've got to go in next week. Lettuces, I've planted some out today. There's some left over. That's the rocket that I need to plant out, and I just haven't got time today, so I'm going to try and come down here tomorrow to do those. And that's more chard. I was going to plant this out today, but it got a bit dry and I didn't want to risk planting it out when it was already wilted, so I've watered it, let it get its nutrients back in, let it get its water back in, and then I'll plant it out tomorrow. You alright girlies? Yeah? You're doing alright, aren't you? You devoured your pumpkins, which is good. So it means you didn't need many greens today, did you? No, didn't catch the rat that's been about. Set the... Oh, how bizarre. There's a screw that's loose. I don't like that. I have to come down with a screwdriver and get that fixed. I haven't got my car with me today, and I'm pretty sure I haven't got a screwdriver in the shed. Right, I have to put a brick there for now. That'll do for now. So, day with the drill by the looks of it to repair a few things. Look at that there. That's not going anywhere. So yeah, I have to do that now, won't I? It's always something, isn't there? It's always a little job that pops up. Okay, we're all good. I'll show you what I've done over here. I need to have a good litter pick as well. So there we go. There's the white chard. Some of the better kale plants and some of the better lettuce plants can go there for now. See how they get on with those. I've got spares at home, so it's all good really. Any that get munched can be replaced. They've been well watered, but they do look a bit wilty, but I've put 2 or 3 chard in each hole, so if 1 or 2 die, I should still get 1 pop up. As well, thought I'd show you, I have some guzgogs. Look at those beauties coming. I'm quite happy about that. I haven't checked the apple tree for a bit actually. We had that late frost, so I didn't know whether I'd lost the blossom or not. It's got a bit of rust, to be honest. It's not looking its healthiest. But we'll see how that gets on. Can't seem to see any apples. I need unless I'm being blind. But it had a really good crop last year, and I don't expect it to crop heavily every year. They never do really. Well, I find they don't anyway. So that's it folks. All in all, it's been a really nice day. I got a fair few jobs done. All my parsnips are sprouting too, which is all good. But I'm going to go home now. So, till next time folks, speak soon!